I've just arrived here at my workshop because I've got a nice big air compressor to do some spray painting, so I've loaded up the car boot. So what I've got here is I've got the front left headlight assembly with all the chrome and a little bit of the bodywork. So I'm actually going to use this as kind of like a colour trial to make sure I like the colour scheme that I'm trying with the car. Not to mention all these parts are already off. So my plan for this car is all the bodywork, which this piece here would represent, will be a flat black, and all the chrome will be a black candy. So like a high gloss, deep sort of translucent black over a metallic base. So I guess I'll paint all these pieces, I'll assemble this. I have to get back on the car anyway, but it'll give me a good chance to look at it, and with that front fender that I was welding on in the previous video, it should give me, I need to I can't visualise, I need to look at it, so I'll be able to look at that and see how it looks. That piece out, a little bit shitty in there. Give this a clean up and get that resprayed. So many hours later, I think these are prepped up enough. Just removed most of the surface rust and roughed them up a little, and these are ready to get some 2-pack base coat. Just got this Epitech mixed up now. Just gonna pour that into the gun. Okay, just got done with the primer. Just thought I'd just get one coat on tonight. It's getting late, it's getting dark. So this first coat has dried. This is mainly what I wanted to do, was get that coat on there to really see how bad the pitting was. So actually what I'm going to do now is actually grind back all this chrome, use some filler, sand it back smooth, and then start with the gloss coatings and the candy. It's my next coat done with a 2-pack primer. Looks a bit better this time round. Time to throw some candy base coat on there. Obviously not on them parts. These parts are done now. This off the gun finish is what I'll be running with. And the only parts you actually see on the car body are that and that little, those 2 faces there. So now that my candy base has flashed off 2 coats, it's looking pretty good, pretty even. Little test piece here, ball bearing. Now that these are all flashed off, I'm just about to add the black tint to the clear intercoat. So basically what I'm looking for, you can see here as I put the ruler up against the side of the container, you can still read the numbers. I want to add just enough black that I can still read them when it's up against the side. So then I know that a thin coating is still allowing a bit of light through. So here it goes. Just add a few drops to start with. You know what? That already looks right to me. Just allows you to see through it. So as you can see from that little test bearing, I think it's still too thin, it's not tinted enough. I'm just going to add a bit more black to this. That should do it. Do the same test. Yeah, it's starting to get where you can only just see through when I push it up. Sort of see the flip on the roller as well. It's got a bit more of a tint to it now. So we'll give that a try. Okay, that's looking a bit better now. So this is with the extra tint. Still quite subtle. Just have to do this in a lot of layers. First coat laid down, quite subtle. It's taken on a bit of a bronzy look. You can see here from the test bearing. Wasn't really the plan, but I guess every black actually has its base colour to it. So I'd rather it be bronze than bluish. And I suppose because I'm layering this up until it hits total black, shouldn't matter too much. So this is the 4th coat. Starting to darken up. You can see my poor candy skills there, quite mottled. Lucky it's going to be jet black, it'll hide that shit. There's a little test bearing with about 7 coats. It's starting to take on the black that I want. It still has this brown tinge to it though, kind of like Coca-Cola. Yeah, 4 coats, starting to see the pigment. So this is about 7 coats in. Starting to have the effect I want. It's starting to take on black when it's dark and cream when it's light. I suppose it's similar to the way a matte black picks up light, and then you can put a gloss coat over the top. It still behaves that way. It's about 10 clear intercoats now. It's doing exactly what I want it to do. It's like a gloss black that has this luster, kind of like chrome or even satin finishes. Obviously I'll do a clear final coat, like a flow coat as well maybe if I have to, and a lot of polishing. This piece didn't turn out so great because of all the chrome damage, but like I said earlier, just the test. Just got done mixing up the clear coat now. This should be my last coating hopefully. So this left headlight assembly, all those painted parts, I've assembled them and trial fit them on the car just for a look at it. Obviously very dark in my shed, but you can see versus the other grille, you know, the grille that I haven't painted yet. So it looks very black on certain angles, and as I bring this light in, you can see that cola candy coming through in lots of places. I think it's quite a unique effect, going real close with the light and in sunlight, and it really stands out. And the satin panels obviously, so I'm very happy with that, especially the way that it falls to jet black whenever the light dims down. As you can see, different angles really bring out different effects. So I think I've seen enough now that I do want to do the whole car in that style. But whether I reassemble the car and get compliance, or whether I at least do the front end before, I'll see. I'm quite addicted to doing the paintwork now because it looks so good. And while I've got that panel off, getting that ready for paint, I wonder if I do the whole front grille and the right headlight assembly and then the right fender as well, along with the bonnet, then at least the whole front end of the car is done. But we will see. We'll see.